I'm often asked what it takes to become a serial entrepreneur. What is it about the stress and long hours that make one eager to do it again and again? I'll admit, there's a certain thrill to risk, but it's not the primary motivator for me. It's the high of working with talented people as keen as I am to find an elegant algorithm to a complex problem. It's the satisfaction of working with a group who share the same passion and who are willing to put in the long days and even longer evenings retired to turn a concept into a software solution. We've been lucky to assemble a lot of the same people we've worked with in the past. The Nevex team is comfortable with each other, and when new ideas come to the table, they're freely discussed. Fresh ideas are the backbone of any tech business, but ideas can only evolve into awesome products when you're working with a team you trust. And it helps to have an understanding wife who doesn't throw dishes when you arrive home at midnight. Does our team clash at times? Definitely. But that's all part of building a great business. A lesson Ryan Zachariasen, one of my partners here at Nevex, and I have learned over the years: when frustration boils over, as it inevitably will, I turn to my rule of 3. A point I'll explain in a minute. The result? Together and individually, Ryan and I have built several tech businesses over the past 15 years, and we'll be applying many of the same lessons learned from the past as we build a new culture. That, once again, celebrates creativity, innovation, and teamwork. Back to that earlier question about being a successful serial entrepreneur. In my view, it's about recognizing and developing the talents of people around you. Here are a few of my thoughts on the topic. Culture is key. If you build an enjoyable workplace and allow the free flow of ideas, people will respond and give you their best. My position as CEO is secondary to my role as the guy who builds and nourishes the ideal environment for my team to flourish. No matter how great the idea, if your culture is toxic, your company will suffer. Only work with smart people you trust. Sounds like a remarkably obvious point, but why do so many entrepreneurs surround themselves with people who don't complement and advance their own skill set? Errors happen along the way. That isn't necessarily a bad thing. If you make a mistake, learn from it and move on. Arguments and second-guessing chew up time and morale. Leave the second-guessing to your competitors. You're on a journey, not a commute. There have been times when I have wished that developing a product and taking it to market was as simple as an A to B trip. But what I found is that it's more of a meandering journey with plenty of twists and turns along the way. If you bear in mind that your first technology idea is never the end product, then you'll be comfortable following a general path to start. The exact destination becomes clear in the process. Steve's rule of 3. There are times when irritation emerges as a byproduct of enthusiasm. Again, not a problem. It just shows your team is passionate about what they do. It's why I developed my rule of 3. To wait 3 seconds, 3 minutes, or 3 hours after any disagreeable exchange. I found that it's better to take time to process the information and then respond logically, not emotionally. Don't just offer an answer. Solve a problem. Most tech entrepreneurs quickly learn that B2B software success comes when they solve a problem perceived as being too complicated for humans to handle. In other words, do your research. Find out what the market needs, not what you think it needs. Then let your people address that pain point. It's something that a lot of entrepreneurs ignore, but it almost always comes back to